object-oriented programming. Everything comes class and object. That's called object-oriented programming. Like class, it means it's a predefined template. It is a collection of objects, variables, and method. And object, it means instance of a class. In OOPS, we have here 4 pillars available like abstraction, encapsulation, polymorphism, and inheritance. Abstraction, it means hiding internal details and showing functionality. Then a general life example, one person different behaviors. Like in shopping mall, behave like customer, in bus, behave like passenger, right? And the technical example, see, we are just going to consider here, like we are able to achieve the abstraction by using interface and abstract class. Then abstraction, it means hiding internal details and showing functionality. Like telephone call, we know how to make a call, but we don't know the internal processing there. One more example, ATM machine, you know how to withdraw the money, but you don't know the internal processing there, right? Coming to next is encapsulation, the wrapping up of the data into a single unit. Encapsulation, it means general life example capsule. Within single capsule, there is available different types of medicine combined together. And the technical example, we have single Pojo class. Within single Pojo class, we have available different types of getter setters. Now coming to next is polymorphism. And then polymorphism, it means this is the Greek word. Poly means many, morphism means form means function means methods, many methods. The technical definition of polymorphism, the ability to take more than one form. And here, the general life example, one person, we have different behaviors available. Like in shopping mall, behave like customer, at son, like in home, behave like son, and in college, like behave like student, right? There are a number of behaviors, you can simply say. And technical example, we have bank loan, number of functionality, it means number of loan types available there, home loan, education loan, vehicle loan, right? Many methods, many functionality. That's called polymorphism. Then today's session, we'll go to the polymorphism concept in detail. Then coming to next is inheritance. It means one class can acquire the properties of another class. The general life example, parent-child relationship, child always goes to acquire the property from parent. And in Java, there are 3 types of inheritance: single, multi-level, hierarchical. Java does not support to multiple and hybrid because of ambiguity problem. Then instead of multiple inheritance, Java supposed to interface concept. The next session, we'll go ahead with the abstract class and interface concept in detail. Then today, we'll start with the polymorphism concept here. Then here, polymorphism, it means, you can simply say this is the Greek word. Poly, it means many, morphism means form means function means methods. Many methods. That's called polymorphism. And the technical definition of polymorphism, the ability to take more than one form. That's called polymorphism. General life example, one person, different behavior. Like you can simply say in shopping mall, behave like customer, in bus, behave like passenger. Coming to technical example, many functionality, many methods. We'll consider here technical example as bank loan. Bank loan, there is available different types of loan available, like vehicle loan, education loan, right? Number of types available there. Yes. And the technical definition, polymorphism, it means the ability to take more than one form. In Java, there are 2 types of polymorphism. First one is compile time polymorphism, and the second one is runtime polymorphism. Then compile time polymorphism, also known as method overload. Okay. See, compile time polymorphism also called as method overload. Then here, runtime polymorphism also called as method override. Then method overload, it means compile time polymorphism, you can simply say. See, here is method overload. And runtime polymorphism, it means method override. Then see, here we are trying to understand differentiate method overload versus method override. Then method overload, it means first point, same method name but different parameters. Parameters, it means arguments, you can simply consider. And method override, it means same method name and same parameters. Then coming to second point, in method overload, it's possible within single class. Coming to method override, it's never possible within single class. Here we must not use inheritance concept here. Inheritance concept. It means parent-child relationship. Coming to third point in method overload, static method. Static method allows to overload the method. It means you can simply say static allows to overload the method. And third point in method override, static can't allows to override the method. Now coming to fourth number point in method overload, final allows to overload the method. And fourth point in method override, final can't allows to override the method. Final can't allows to override the method. Yeah, those are the important points available here. Okay, and we'll see those in practical approach as well. Polymorphism, it means the ability to take more than one form. In Java, there are two types of polymorphism: compile time polymorphism and runtime polymorphism. Compile time polymorphism, also known as method overload, and runtime polymorphism, also known as method override. Then differentiate method overload and override. Method overload, it means same method name but different parameters, and method override, it means same method name and same parameters. Method overload possible within single class, but method override never possible within single class. We must use which concept? Inheritance. It means extending the property, acquiring the property, inheriting the property. In short, you can simply say we require the parent and child relationship there. Like, then coming to next is static and final. It allows to overload the method, and here static and final can't allow us to override the method. Now we'll come up with the practical approach here. For that perspective, I'm going to open here Eclipse. Simply come up with the OOPS concept, and there we have package available. You can simply come up with the src main Java, right click on that, new Java package. The package name I'm giving here com dot, this will be VDI dot, you can simply say OOPS, because we are learning the OOPS concept here, right? And this is for polymorphism. Then I'm just giving here, this is polymorphism. Yeah. Now package all letters must be lowercase. Then once you are going to work on project, there also you need to follow the solid principle actually. SOLID. It means packaging structure. Whenever you are creating, I'll start with the COM. COM, it means OS level core level package. VDI, it means our company name, and OOPS, it means we are learning the OOPS here, and in that polymorphism concept, right? Then simply right click on package, new Java class. The Java class name I'm giving here method overload example. See, our class also created successfully. I'm just using Control M. It will maximize the size of screen. In that, we are just going to create main method. Then here we require the parent. We require here class name. I'm just adding here department. Otherwise, you can simply say class name as employee also. That also fine for us. Perfect. Then I'm adding here method void show. Yeah, we are just giving here show method. I'm adding inside that integer emp have id, string emp have name, and one more field I'm adding here employee have salary. See, we have added such a fields here, right? Like this is the, you can simply say our method name. Which is the method? Show is the method. Void is return type, and we pass here some parameters here. And if I'm trying to copy paste in same class, it will consider override, and override it's never possible within single class. Override, you need to use child class there. Then I'm just going to delete it. Override, it means same method name, same parameter, right? See, first point is clear, right? Like here you can simply say we have the method name here is same. Suppose I'm creating here show method, and I just want to print here, you can simply say like string type of emp have address we are trying to print. See, this concept comes under method overload. Method overload, it means same method name but different parameter. See, this is the point here. We have same method name but different parameter. That's called, you can simply say method overload. Same method name but different parameters. And now it's possible in single class. See, it's possible in single class. But if you're trying here method override, right? Same method name, same parameter, it will give the compile time problem. It's never possible in single class. Method overload, it's possible within single class, but method override never possible in single class here, right? Then coming to next point, static allows to overload the method. See, this method I am declaring here as static. It allows to overload the method. Perfect. Here also main method is static. If you want to create one more main method, void main, that also possible. You can add within class thousands of main method. But keep in mind, like method overload if you are doing now, then you can simply say same name but different parameter. If I want to add one more main method here, see I am able to add, and here I am just passing here integer id. It's possible. There is no issue. But if someone asking, sir, you can try to create like array of arguments again one more method, it will give us the compile time problem, because here the parameter must be different, right? Same method name we are able to use, but parameter you can simply change to somehow different parameter. See, I'm just removing this array, then also it's possible here. Perfect. It means within single class you can add thousands of main method, no worries. But keep in your mind, like this will be method overload scenario, right? Same method name but different parameters. Method name is same always I'm using here. That's called method overload. Now I want to delete it because anyway this is just we have created this scenario. Then here third number point, static. It allows to overload the method. Now coming to next point, final. Final also allows to overload the method. See on screen. We don't have any issue, right? Yeah. If you want one more time, I will revise this concept because this is very important here to work on project. See, first point, method overload, it means compile time polymorphism, and here method overload, it means same method name but different parameter. See, here we have same method name but different parameters. Coming to second point, method overload is possible in single class. See, this is single class and we overload the method like same method name but different parameters. Now coming to next, static allows to overload the method. See, I'm just declaring here static. Without any issue, we are able to overload the method. Coming to next point, final allows to overload the method. Then I'm just adding here final. See, without any issue, it goes to work. Now we'll come up with the implementation part. That's why I'm passing here printing statement. You can simply say system.out.println. Then see here I'm just going to add employee salary. Here we'll consider this will be employee have ID. Next, employee have name, and we are just adding here this will be /n employee have ID. Next, we require the name here. I'm just trying to print by using formatted. That's why I'm using here /n always for new line perspective. The last one is employee have salary. Employee have salary. Now coming inside show method, simply we are using here printing statement. You can simply say this will be employee have address. Then here I'm trying to print employee have address. Control A, Control I, Control Shift F, it will format the code base. Then here we covered the method overload scenario, like same method name but different parameters, and method overload possible in single class. Static and final allows to overload the method. Now coming to our class here and creating the object of employee class. Employee equal to new employee. Then we are calling here employee dot show. Then first I'm calling here, this is the method, we are passing ID. The name I'm passing here Swara. The salary I'm passing here 97,000.96. One more show method we are trying to call, and in that I'm just passing the address. Address I'm passing here Pune, India. Then see on screen, we are just trying to use run as Java application. It will print the output whatever we are expecting. See on screen, right? This is the question, like we are just going to say like method overload scenario. And I hope you got the clarity here, method overload. Anyone have any questions with method overload? Then coming to next is method override. Method override, it means like same method name and same parameters. And method override never possible within single class. We must need to use inheritance concept. Inheritance, it means extends keyword comes into picture. We must need to use inheritance for override perspective, like parent-child relationship. And static and final can't allow us to override the method. Then we'll come up with this scenario here. For that perspective, I am creating the new Java class. new Java class. The Java class name I'm giving here method override example. You can simply consider this is our main method. And here I am creating the class name. You can simply say company. One more class, we are creating class name as customer. See, here I am giving the method void show. Whatever method you want to mention, you can give method. If you want to give the display method, you can give display as well. You will be able to give your name as well, but this is not the proper naming convention. That's why show, display, get, such naming convention you can simply follow. And method always start with the lowercase. Now I'm just adding here integer, company have ID, string, company have name, again string, company have address. We have just added here 3 fields. And again, if I am trying to add same method name, same parameter within single class, it's never possible, because if you want to override, then you need to use child class concept. Then copy it and just coming to here, you can simply say extends which class? Company class. And here, if you want to override the display method, use control space. It will allow you to override the display method. See one screen. Here is, I just use the control space. Display also allows here. Then now, we have given here like company ID strings, company name and company address, right? If you want to pass somehow different things, you can pass different things as well. Okay, it will be depends on you how you are going to pass here. Suppose now I want to select this will be customer have ID, this will be customer have name, and this will be I want to print as customer have address. That also fine. Then also you can simply say this will be override scenario, because parameter it means those are int, string, we are passing same here. But if I am passing here like boolean type of, you can simply say flag, it will add the complaint. Why? Because override it means whatever replica in your parent, same replica you need to maintain here. Like those are the type int, string, right? Sequence or parameter also must be same. That's why it complaining, you can simply remove the boolean type of flag. Now this is override, you can simply say like same method name, same parameter available here. Okay, same method name, same parameter. If you want to copy paste here, that also fine for us. See, same method name, same parameter. That's called method override. And sorry, when override comes, if you are going to use extends keyword, because same method name, same parameter, if you are passing within single class, it will give us the problem. Then method override, it's never possible within single class. For that we require the child class. It means extends keyword comes into picture. Then coming to here again back, see method override, it means same method name, same parameter. It means whatever in parent, same method name, same parameter you need to add in child. Coming to next, it's never possible in single class. We must use which concept? Inheritance concept. Then see, here we use extends keyword, right? Inheritance, it means you have company as a parent and customer is a child class. Now coming to next, static can't allow us to override the method. See, here I am adding the static. It will give us the error at line number 12. See one screen. Static I am trying to add here. See, line number 12, it gives us the issue. Why? Because they are saying static method, we are not able to override. See, this is the point. Static can't allow us to override the method. Now coming to last point, final can't allow us to override the method. See, here I am declaring the final. See, final also can't allow us. But if you are not using final, there is no any issue. But if you are adding here final, right? Then see, line number 12 gives us the issue. What is the issue? They are suggesting like cannot override the final method from company. If you want to check, see my mouse pointer, I just highlighted here, right? Cannot override the final method from company. It means this is the point. Static can't allow us to override the method, and final also can't allow us to override the method. It means it's never goes to supposed to override the method. Okay. Now I am coming to main question here actually, and this will be question for all. Here, suppose I am giving here file show, right? See, here I am giving byte show. Like we have Same method name but different parameter, it means overload concept here. Now if I'm using here integer, is it possible in overloads? This is advanced level scenario actually. Suppose I want to pass here, instead of void, I am going to pass here integer. Int value I am passing. Yes, I need to use return keyword there, right? Because void is return type, it does not return any single thing. But rather than void, if you are passing appropriate type of value, we need to return there. The question is very simple. If I am passing here int, and if I am going to return here, it will goes to work. It will give us some issues. Line number 14, you can think here actually. This is method overload scenario. Within class we are trying to access. I'm just asking if I'm passing here int and then I'm going to use here return keyword. Then it will give us compilation issues and it will goes to work. See, question is very simple. Instead of void, if I'm using here int, it will goes to work or not. If I'm passing int, I will be going ahead with the return keyword there. Return statement, you can simply say. I'm just passing here int, and once you are using int, then you need to return appropriate type of value. You can use return 0, 1, 2, 3, whatever you want. Okay, it means the fourth number point we need to add here. Sorry, fifth number point we need to add here by changing return type. By changing return type, it's possible to overload the method. Now, same point I want to add in override scenario. Okay, I want to highlight this point as well. Now, here I will remove it. We'll come back to override scenario. Here is the scenario. Now, we have available same method name, same parameter. Correct, in child class. Correct. Now I am creating one more child class here, you can simply say. Otherwise, within same class we'll try. Here only. I will create one more method, void show. Simple method I am creating, okay? For your understanding perspective. Integer I am passing ID. I want to pass here same method name, same parameter. Now you can simply say, here we have available show method. Here also we have available which method? Show method. Now if I am passing here int, it will goes to work, it will give us the issue. Here you can say I am using override scenario, okay? If I am passing here int at line number 21, and if I am going to return here integer type of value, then what happen? Is it correct? Yeah, incorrect. If I am passing here int, and then I will use the return keyword here. This question for all. If I am passing a return keyword, then it will goes to work or not in this scenario. I am checking your oops logic here, okay? Object-oriented programming. We'll check the answer. Whatever students they are trying to reply here. Yes, I'm waiting for your answer, okay? Question is very easy. Line number 22, if I'm using here return keyword, then what happens? It will goes to work, it never goes to work. Because here we are passing void show and the same method name, same parameter we are passing, but the return type is different. Like this is the fifth number point. By changing the return type, it's possible to override the method or not? Yes or no? If I'm using here return, it will give us the compile time problem only for us. See, I'm just giving here return, right? Yeah. Here I will delete it. Then also it will give us the issue. Correct? It means by changing the return type, it's possible to override the method, but only for covariant return type. Covariant return type. Covariant return type. Now we have given here primitive return type. Sorry, that's why it's not possible to override the method. Only for covariant return type it's possible. Covariant, it means I will create this scenario for covariant return type. See on screen, I am passing here. This will be, you can simply say, company, and the method I am giving show. Here also I am passing integer ID. Integer ID. And rather than void, appropriate type of value you need to return. That's why I'm passing here return new company. See. Syntactically now the code is correct here. And here I am passing same method name, same parameter. Have you seen? Same method name, same parameter. Which is the method name? Show. Which is the parameter? Int id. See, same method name, same parameter. But now we'll come up with this point by changing the return type. It's possible to override the method, but only for covariant return type. Then what is covariant return type? Covariant, it means user defined. User goes to define it, right? Then here company is a user defined. Now I am just using here customer. Then see. Here you can simply return new customer. Appropriate type of value you need to return here, right? Yes. Now it's possible. It means we have same method name. See, show is the method name, integer id is the parameter. Same method name, same parameter. That's called override scenario. But now we change the return type. Here is company and here is customer. That's called covariant return type. It means by changing the return type, it's possible to override the method, but only for covariant return type from JDK 1.5 from JDK 5. But if you are passing primitive type, it's not possible. What you're like Yugaraj given the suggestion there, right? Yes. But if you want to like change the return type, then you require the which type of return type? Covariant. Covariant, it means user defined. Then now we'll come up with the solution approach. I want to print data there. Then we delete this scenario here and we'll come up with the printing statement. Here I am trying to print 3 fields. We have company have address. Next, this will be company have, you can simply say ID. Next, company have name. And here is, if you want to print those again, company ID, company name, you can go ahead and print it, no worries. Okay. See, suppose I'm passing here print statement, right? Otherwise, we'll do the copy paste. It will save over time. Yeah. See one screen. Now I'm just passing here. This will be company have ID. Next, this will be company have. You can simply say name. Coming to next, we have company have address. Company have address. And here we are passing, this will be company, again same thing, right? Shift and I am pressing shortcut key to select it. And here we are just trying to replace with this printing statement. Now here I am just coming down and I am creating the object of customer class. Fine, because customer is a child class. New customer. And in that we are passing customer dot display. IT 101. Company name I am passing here VDI. And the company address we are passing here Pune, India. Now tell me, it will call which method? Which display method goes to call? Here I am passing CISO. This will be, you can simply say customer. And here I am going to pass company. Which method goes to call? Because I given one call only, right? Yes. Which method goes to call here actually? Either company or customer. Which one? Okay. Customer you are saying, right? Perfect. It will call customer method. It means whatever we are trying to add here, right? It will goes to call customer method. But now I want to call company method. Then how to call company method here? Any suggestions for that? See, this is override scenario, right? And in override, always we are creating the object of child class. Which is the child class? Customer is the child class. We have created the object here. And then now we just call the method. But here we have two display method, right? Now it's coming from customer, it means child class method. But now I want to call parent class method. How to call parent class method? Because last session we learned the concept, right? Inheritance, parent child relationship. And here also inheritance only, correct? In that case, it will give us the issue, right? Yugaraj, you are saying customer you are saying company equal to new company, company equal to new company. See, here we are trying such a way new company here. Here we need to cast it, right? I just casted it. And then we'll consider this is the company object, correct? And by using here such a way, see, we're just trying to correct this way. But we have approach available there. Which approach available we have? Instead of doing such activity, right, you will be able to create the company class object, right? And by using company class object, you will be able to call this method. Otherwise, you can simply remove it and simply go to the super keyword. See, this is super keyword here, and we are just trying to call which method? Display method. And here, whatever fields you want to pass, you can simply pass those fields. Suppose I am passing 111. Here I am passing TCS. Here we are passing Pune, India. Now, once we are calling super keyword, then definitely it will call which one? Company class method directly. See, super, it will help us to access the member properties coming from immediate parent class. Okay, super, it will help us to access member properties coming from immediate parent class. That's why now you are able to print which one? Company class information as well. If you want to check, simply do run a Java application. You will be able to get the output for company. This is the company class information, and this is our customer class information. Like such a way, like we handle here scenario for method override scenario. I'm just going to delete it. Actually, the system.out.println, we don't require number of places, right? Yeah, and this is very straightforward scenario. Again, I want to explain this scenario one more time here. See, method override, it means you can simply say same method name and same parameter. See, this is the override scenario. Here I am using @override as well. You will get the clarity. Fine. Same method name, same parameters. That's called method override. And next point, method override, it's not possible within single class. We must use inheritance concept. See, here we use which keyword? Extends keyword, because method override never possible in single class. We require which keyword? Inheritance. It means extends keyword we required there. Okay. Coming to next point, static can't allow us to override the method. See on screen. I am using here static. See, remove static modifier of component display. It means from line number 4, they're asking you can simply remove the static modifier. Then see, I just removed this one. Now there is no any issue. Coming to fourth number point, final can't allow us to override the method. See, here I am declaring the method as final. See, line number 14, it will give us the issue. What they are trying to suggest, remove the final modifier of company display. See, it means final method we are not able to override. Okay. Now coming to next, and this is the last point. By changing the return type, it's possible to override the method, but only for covariant return type. Covariant, it means user-defined return type required there. Okay, user-defined return type required there. Then now this is method override scenario. It means our child is customer, goes to acquire the property from parent. Then general life example, parent-child relationship. It means child goes to acquire the property from parent. Property, it means like home, car, whatever available, the laptop, right? But technical in Java, we don't have the physical entity. Then here we have available property. It means whatever functions, methods, variables available there, right? And whenever extends keyword comes, you can simply say this is the inheritance concept here. And override, it means same method name, same parameter we are passing. And overload, it means same method name, but we have different parameters. Method overload possible within single class, but override, it's not possible within single class. We required here inheritance concept. It means extends keyword we required. Then static and final allows to overload the method. See, static and final allows to overload the method. But in override scenario, you can simply say static and final can't allow us to override the method. See, I am declaring here static. It will give us the problem at line number 14. If I'm giving here final, again it will give us the problem at line number 14. Okay, it means static and final can't allow us to, you can simply say override the method. Perfect. Then any questions with this polymorphism concept? We'll go ahead with the concept. Concept name is abstraction, hiding internal details and showing functionality.